This conference will now be recorded.
Being 7 p.m. on Wednesday, February 10th, 2021, we will now open the Tilton Budget Committee public hearing. This is a virtual meeting, and due to space limitations during meetings as a result of COVID-19 restrictions, the public is encouraged to participate remotely with GoToMeeting using your smartphone, tablet, or computer at https://www.go-to-meet.me/town-of-Tilton/budget. You can also dial in using your telephone toll free at 1-877-309-2073, code 689-470-829. If you have any difficulties, please email web@tiltonnh.org, which will be monitored during the meeting. And if you can, mute your microphone if you're not speaking, it would help us. Tonight's agenda, I guess we should have a roll call vote to those in attendance from the budget. Bill Lawrence is here.
Debitsky here.
John Scanlon here.
Dawson here.
All right. And we also have in attendance Tim Pearson, Scott Ruggles, looks like Pat Constantino that says Jane Alden, and Jeannie Forrester.
Correct.
Great. So the first agenda item is to review and approve the minutes of February 3rd, 2021. I move we accept those minutes.
Second.
Any discussion, any additions, corrections?
Mm-mm.
I didn't see any myself, but all those in favor? Roll call. Bill Lawrence, yes.
Dawson, yes.
Debitsky, yes.
Scanlon, yes.
All right, passes. So I guess at this point we will open the floor to anyone, board or public, that's interested in commenting on the proposed budget. Now, if we don't get any input, how long are we supposed to keep going here?
Well, I guess there's a couple of housekeeping things we can do.
Okay.
One of the things is at the town meeting, the budget committee typically will bring Article 5 to the floor. So you would select somebody from the budget committee and let Chuck know that you'll be the person that brings that to the floor. And you can make like a, very brief synopsis or, and what we did as a budget committee and that, and then that moves it to the floor.
Okay. So I will try to make that. I'll probably just close the store for that day.
So, if you can let Chuck know as you're the
Okay.
chair, and let him know who it would be that he'll ask to bring it to the floor.
Okay, sure. I guess I could do that.
And I don't think there's much else here. It's kind of strange. We really, we had quite the list of stuff to go through. Bring it back and all the additional information to cruise through, and here we are. It's done.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Tim, the final budget that includes the sewer is 5,985,356. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. $5,985,356.
Great.
So that's the one that the budget committee brings to the floor.
It happens to be the same as the selectmen's budget. There's no difference between them. The only difference was in the departmental request, which was from the regarding the town clerk tax collector, and that was the difference of the 2% and 3% increase. So, but for the purposes of the MS 737, which once the public hearing is over, depending upon if there are any changes, I'll get that finalized and put it up for your signatures. That shows any differences between the budget committee and board of selectmen, and as such, there are none at this point.
So, although we cut about $11,000 off departmental requests from outside agencies, but that's not something that, I mean, we could mention that, but
Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying that in the final number that the board voted on and that the budget committee voted on, they happen to be the same.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's entirely appropriate if you
Tim,
don't mind adding. Yes,
showing 0.3% in taxes, but when you add the warrant articles, how much is the increase in taxes?
well, I guess it depends if all the warrant articles pass, but every $6,300 of money that's raised and appropriated equals 1 penny in the tax rate. So, for instance, the revaluation capital reserve of $9,000, that's roughly a penny and a half on the tax rate. The lake improvement is less than a penny, so on and so forth. So, does that help answer your question? I don't have a calculation on.
Is that a penny?
Sorry, go ahead.
Is that a penny per thousand or a penny per a 200,000 home?
No, that's so. Just as how the tax rate is calculated, it's a penny per thousand.
Okay.
Yep. So when you look at our town tax rate, our town portion of our total rate is $6 right now. If we were to add something that, let's say at town meeting, somebody added $6,300 to the budget for something, that would mean our tax rate, if everything else remained the same, would be $6.01.
Could you get us that before town meeting to, if all the warrant articles, what the increase would be?
Yeah, I sure will. Yep.
Okay.
The only one that that I might not be able to give you is on Caleb Hill Road.
Because we're a percentage.
I can approximate, what it might be if other things happen with that, and my chair is slowly
Right.
descending here. So forgive me. I have a furniture malfunction. Anyway.
Still time to get that in the budget, Tim.
I'll tell you, there's nothing like sitting here and all of a sudden you're on the floor. So,
Mr.
I
Chair,
just think as a budget committee, we need to be ready for town meeting because with COVID and everything, they're not going to want to see any type of increase. So I just want us to be ready.
Thanks, Christine. Pat, did you have a question?
Yes, I guess more question. We do have a guest on with us from the public, and he does not have a copy of the budget, so he doesn't. I mean, how can he ask questions if he doesn't have a copy of the budget or the warrant articles? So, I just, can we forward him a copy of the budget, Tim, if we have his email?
They're both right on the front page of the website and have been uh, right at the top to open up. But I can certainly.
I'll grab it.
Scott,
I'll grab it right now.
Scott, can you
Okay.
grab it right on the
Yeah. Yep. Not a problem. Thank you.
Okay, got it. Thank you. All right, thank you, Chair.
So wouldn't somebody be showing up on our screen if they were?
Yeah, it's he's showing up as Scott Ruggles.
Oh, Scott's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
We know Scott. Yeah.
Got
Do we need to meet between now and town meeting? No, we should all be fine, right?
Yeah, I think everybody would be fine if Tim provides any additional information, like a week beforehand, so that people are prepared if there's anything new.
Yeah, I'll have a cheat sheet for you with the tax information. Jeannie's very good about providing that sort of thing for the board, and we'll make sure that we've got what the implication for each warrant article is and the tax rate. We can do that. I think the only reason you would have to meet is if there were changes made to the budget tonight. If you felt that you needed to have a second public hearing, but so far it doesn't sound as though that's going to be the case.
Are there any ways we can increase our revenue? Maybe a toll booth on Route 3?
the state would get that money.
Oh yeah, we'll have to put it on a back road.
It's kind of interesting. Every Memorial Day, drive up through the Forks up in Maine, and the fire department actually have guys lining down the middle of the road with boots and stopping the traffic.
We've done that here before. Yeah.
And you have
Yeah,
to
they
put
just
them in the boot. And
get
yes,
a boot drive.
I think last year I contributed to a little drive in the middle of the road.
Sure.
So the big thing will be the county budget and see how that works out this year, as well as the school budget.
Yeah, the county budget's supposed to be down a little bit, right? Is that right?
Really?
I thought I had read that, but perhaps I just skimmed an article.
Right now, the school budget should be down for Tilton somewhere north of 40 cents. I don't want to say the number that was being kicked around, but that's a pretty safe bet.
Mm.
40 cents, 1,000, or?
Yes.
Do you remember when the next formula committee is? It should be coming up.
Catherine and I served on one. I'm trying to think if it was 2014, then 2019. So maybe the next one
Yeah, I did that one, I think.
you did
Or
2019,
no, I was
or
on,
maybe it was 18. So maybe it's 2023.
okay. I thought it was like 17 or 18, yeah.
I had hair when Catherine and I did it.
So now I know what I can blame it on. Do not serve.
Is that a state requirement or just a local
It's
agreement?
it's part of the cooperative school districts. It was voted on at one point. Catherine might know which year. I don't know off the top of my head, but to hold that formula, at least have it reviewed every 5 years. I think that's right. Is that right, Catherine?
Yeah, one of the biggest issues with the formula is that the towns are on different dates or different years for assessing. So you get these big swings
Hmm.
that, depending on who got assessed last. And, it's a tricky one. So what do you think?
Well, I'm thinking it's been about 18 minutes and has been no comment. I would um, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Uh, Bill would probably. I would advise checking with maybe Jeannie or someone else knows. I don't know the answer to that.
You should,
Okay, are there
close-
time requirements for this public hearing?
no.
I was looking, I couldn't find anything, but that I didn't really look too hard. Jeannie, would you know? I know if you have a poll open for a vote, you have to be open for an
Yeah,
hour. But
I was thinking that you had to keep it open for an hour, but I think I'm confusing that with the bond hearing.
with any kind of voting, yeah. But this is more of an input. I don't think we have any votes outstanding.
Did you vote on all the warrant articles and everything already?
We did already, yes.
When, but was that last week?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going over my manual, Catherine, that you got us a basic law. I didn't see anything about public hearings in it, but
There's no time requirement for this public hearing.
okay, so I'll leave it up to one of you people to make a motion.
You should adjourn the public hearing. I mean, you should stop the public hearing, end it, and then adjourn the meeting.
Okay. I guess we'll close the public hearing after 20 minutes. We've heard no input from the public. And then we can entertain a motion to adjourn from the budget committee.
Well, I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Second,
They will take a roll call vote. Bill Lawrence, aye.
Dawson, yes.
Ken,
Ambitious.
Scanlon, yes.
Okay, great. So we'll meet at the high school on what, March 16th? Is it?
13th
Mark?
is, 13th is the town meeting.
Saturday?
Yep.
Okay. I get my vaccine 3 days later. For my
And
first time.
it's you bring your own food or whatever, snacks, water, anything.
Where can we find the town report?
Not done yet.
Oh, guess we can't find it then.
March
When will
1st
that?
is supposed to be done.
It'll be available on March 2nd.
All right. If you want to drop somebody off at the hardware store, I'm happy to dispense them for the town.
It'll also be on the website where people can download it too.
Okay,
Great.
over
Well,
now.
thanks everybody. You've done a good job. Been a pleasure being on the committee with everybody.
Okay, thanks. Bye, Bill.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.